15,000 scientists are sounding an alarm about climate change. They call it a warning to humanity.
According to a new report, experts say that we have until 2030 to avoid catastrophe. It also says if unprecedented changes are not made and made soon, there will be irreversible damage to the planet.
If you don't believe climate change still exists, talk to a firefighter.
Climate change.
Climate
changes.
Climate
change.
PEFE, also known as
Plant Eco Friendly Energizer, which is rechargeable,
saves electricity and environmentally friendly,
reduces pollution to a more sustainable environment.
What is climate change? Climate change includes both global warming driven by human-induced emissions of greenhouse gases, and this results in large-scale shifts in weather patterns. The cause of climate change is because humans are increasingly influencing the Earth's climate and temperature by daily activities which releases many harmful gases to the environment. This adds enormous amounts of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming.
Did you know that climate change is one of the factors that cause Australia's most devastating wildfire? In the US, wildfires are lasting longer and beginning to spread to a wider area. In Mexico, hurricanes are becoming more intense. Even Jakarta is beginning to sink due to the rising sea levels. Climate change can cause many problems, including soil erosion, landslides, flood, and decrease in organic matter. The increase of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere has caused Earth's temperature to soar up. The increase in Earth's temperature caused wildfire to increase, reduce in agricultural yield, reduce in water supply, and insect outbursts. In the long term, this is deadly to humanity.
Human health is vulnerable towards climate change. The changing of environment is expected to cause more heat stress, an increase in waterborne diseases, poor air quality, and diseases transmitted by insects and rodents towards humans. For instance, as the temperature of Earth rises due to the release of greenhouse gas effects such as carbon dioxide, we humans are exposed to extreme heat, which then can cause us to get heat stroke and so on. As for animals, the climate change such as ocean warming can directly harm animals and destroy their habitats, which then result in them being extinct in future. Overall, the extreme health events can compound many of these health threats to humans and other living organisms.
The question we have here is, how can we stop climate changes by producing our own electricity? PEFE produces its own electricity in an eco-friendly way, which is only through moss and salt water. This absolutely does not harm the environment in any way. Why is it so? Because PEFE does not release any kind of harmful gases to the environment. As we all know, the major factor that contributes to the climate changes are due to the discharge of unhealthy gases. For instance, air pollution is caused by certain gases that are suspended into the air, gases like nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxide, and carbon dioxide. Similarly, greenhouse effect is caused by high amount of gases like methane, CFC, and carbon dioxide. The question we have here is how all these gases are being discharged to the environment. One of the main reasons is definitely due to the high consumption of electricity. Usage of aircon and other electrical appliances contribute to the high consumption of electrical energy. However, PEFE does not consume a large amount of electrical energy, as well as it does not release any kind of harmful gases. On the whole, we can ensure that PEFE does not contribute to any types of climate changes.
We live in a city with millions of people, and to carry out our daily life activities, we all need electricity. Electricity plays a main role in our daily routine as we need it for almost every single use. Well, the question is, how do we produce electricity on our own? Introducing PEFE, also known as Plant Eco Friendly Energizer. The primary aim of PEFE is to produce electricity naturally. PEFE is also an eco-friendly product and does not pollute the environment. PEFE is a great product to aid the country's economy, and at the same time, it leads Malaysians to live in a more sustainable environment.
Firstly, we have the plant fuel cell. This is a developed technology that uses photosynthesis in non-vascular plants such as moss to convert solar energy into electricity. As many of us know, photosynthesis is essential and can be found in our surroundings naturally. Plants use photosynthesis to convert light energy into chemical energy, and in this reaction, electrons are released. These electrons will then move to the electrodes in the layers of the system to then complete the circuit and create electricity.
Next, as you can see here, we have the salt water setup. Do you know that water is a polar solvent containing partial positive charge at the hydrogen atom and partial negative charge at the oxygen atom? When salt is added into the water, the chloride ion is attracted to the hydrogen atom, which is positively charged, and the sodium ion is attracted to the oxygen atom, which is negatively charged. The forces of attraction between the ions of the ionic compound and the atoms of water molecule is strong enough to overcome the electrostatic attraction force between the ions themselves. Thus, it breaks down the lattice structure of the ionic compound, causing the ions to freely move in the water. When salt is added more, the electricity is generated more. In order to conduct more electricity, we need to carry out this experiment in a larger scale. Bear in mind that without the alternating current supply, the electricity can't be generated. In short, salt water can conduct electricity.
Here are the few advantages of PEFE. Firstly, PEFE saves a lot of electricity. Also, when you use less power, you can reduce the amount of toxic fumes released by power plants, conserve the Earth's natural resources, and protect the ecosystem from destruction. On the other hand, PEFE is an eco-friendly product. It contributes to the environment by not using harmful materials and which prevents global warming and greenhouse effects. PEFE also improves the air quality. Due to the fact that it does not release any unhealthy gases, this provides a healthy breathing for all.
Today's wastage is tomorrow's shortage. Thank you.